Hey y'all, it's that time again. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this hot oil treatment started. I part this down the middle because that's just what I like to do. Like a lot of the stuff that I do is just because I like to do it that way. If there's a specific reason why, then I usually state that. I start at the front on my left side and kind of work my way around. There's really no rhyme or reason for that either. It's just what I do. I'm a creature of habit. Once I decide on a way to do something, that's just it. That's how we're doing it. Put this up to get that out the way. I'm gonna split this sort of kind of in half. I'm gonna take this hair in my continuous spray water bottle filled with water, and I'm just going to spray my hair. All of the tutorials that I looked up for doing hot oil treatment said you want to moisten the hair first. I know I go quite a bit farther than moistening. Let's just clear that up. That's because if I don't significantly wet it, being high porosity, you knew I was going to talk about it. You know I would. Being high porosity, it'll dry before I even finish getting stuff going. I'm just gonna work some of this in here. So it's just getting my bottle out of the hot water bath. How I warm mine up, I run the water really hot until it's like steaming. Then I put the bottle in the hot water and then I let it sit for like 30 minutes. And then I take it with my trusty applicator cap and I apply it. So you want it on your scalp and your hair. You just take your fingertips and make sure you rub it into your scalp. And then I take my fingers and just kind of rub it all over the rest of the hair. I'm paying special attention to my ends because that's important. I'm just gonna do this same thing to all, the sections. So now that I got all this done, and I'm gonna put this plastic cap on top of that. And then I'm gonna put a bonnet on top of it. And the reason I put all this foolishness on top of my head is because I don't want oil to get all over everywhere when I go to sleep, because I am going to leave this in my hair overnight. I feel like it absorbs into my hair exceptionally well by doing that. The heat from your head when you sleep, what I have heard, it also helps your hair, further absorb. All I say is I feel like it's been working. To tie this big ginormous scarf on here is the last step. I'm finished. I'll see you in the morning. Okay, so next morning, I'm gonna take this off. Gonna go ahead and give this a thorough rinse and washing, and then time for styling. Time for a voiceover. All right, so I'm just gonna saturate my hair even more than it already is and try to rinse a little bit of that oil out, well, as much as I can, not a little bit. And once I get through thoroughly rinsing and saturating my hair, it's going to be time to pull out the wonderful Whipped Wonder whipped shampoo and go to town. So that's what it looks like in the big jar, and that's how much I'm using. And I'm just gonna slap some of that unceremoniously, like all over my hair. And the fact that it's thoroughly saturated helps it slide all around my hair and then lather so lusciously like it is now. And I just like to take my fingertips and massage my scalp to help get it nice and clean. And then once I've lathered enough, I take it and I squeeze all of that wonderful foamy lather out because it's my favorite. Who wouldn't want to play in such a joyous affair? Okay, moving right along. I go ahead and rinse that out, because you don't want to leave anything behind. And then once I get it nice and rinsed out, I go in for round 2. It's just literally a rinse and repeat how much I'm using, saturating my hair, slapping it on there, and then massaging my scalp and lathering it up and squeezing it out, because you got to do that every time, y'all. That's an important step. Okay, so now that I've thoroughly rinsed that out, it's time to go in with Tempting Tonic, my deep conditioner. It is a wonderful and awesome miraculous thing. That's what it looks like. It's a nice thick consistency, oils and butters, and it is so smooth. The slip is unreal. So I just coat my hair with it from root to end to root, however you want to go, as long as you cover all your hair. And then I take my trusty brush and I just go to town on the detangling. I mean, literally, it is taking me no time. You are seeing this in real time. I did not cut or edit this section just because I wanted you to see how magically the unbrush and my Tempting Tonic work together. It is really witchcraft and wizardry. Okay, that's how much hair I didn't lose. I mean, my whole entire head, not just that section. And then afterwards, I go through and finger comb just to get the hair clumping some. And then once I get that going, I twist it up and I've been struggling it up in a Bantu knot, but as you see, it really doesn't stay well, so like whatever. Anyway, I let it sit for about 15-20 minutes. I don't really need to go under heat or let it sit any longer because I'm high porosity, and my hair does all that work for me, against my will even. So I usually rinse in cool-ish water, not hot, because my pores, well, my hair, the pores are open. The cuticle is open, that's it. And so it doesn't need that extra help. Look at those curls are already popping. And I haven't added a singular styling product yet. And so at this point, I just like to wring it out a bit so I don't bring along a whole shower's worth of water to the sink for styling. All right, it's time to style this hair. My glasses are being a little nicer to me than they usually are because they only just a smidge fogged instead of I just can't see what's happening fogged. First, that mysterious magnificent moisturizing aloe vera spray. Always my first step to every hairstyle. Lemon pound cake, everything I've used today and yesterday was lemon pound cake. I spray a nice liberal amount. I want each strand to be thoroughly covered. I'm looking for the foaming action because that's where it's at. So yeah, I think I've worked that through thoroughly. All the hair has been covered in my magic potion. Oh yeah. Next is curly concoction. It's my styling cream. It is a nice thick consistency. I love it for all manner of styles. Braid out, twist outs, roller sets, whatever. I also use it for my wash and go because my hair needs extra. This gives it just a little extra that I need in all of my high porosityness. If I were low porosity, I would have first warmed up that spray I just used. I would not use the styling cream for a wash and go because it would probably just sit on top of your hair. I would use the lightweight leave-in that I just made. I've been raking this recently. Now, just last week, I felt like last week was the week, whatever. Recently, I've decided that raking it is the way to go. Last step, Slick Sorcery. Just love that name. It's a nice thick gel and stronger holding. Gonna get this together. My hair already sort of wants to pretend like it's like gonna dry. It's disobedient, y'all. It just thinks it should be able to do what it wants, and I don't like that. So I don't use very much. I used too much once and was full of regret. So that's where I'm starting out at. We'll see if I need more. I don't think I'm ever gonna get through the jar of gel because I use so little. I mean, that's not a bad thing. Having products last a long time. I mean, I shouldn't complain. That seems like a foolish thing to complain about, right? All right. We're just gonna move on and act like that didn't happen. I like to make sure I get it under here, all the way down to the ends. And then I rake that through to make sure that it gets to all the parts of hair through here. So here is where I rake and smooth. And when I smooth, I just kind of grip it kind of tightly during the raking. And that's it. So here we are. All right, so I feel like I've rambled on long enough. And I'm gonna diffuse this. I'm gonna stretch my hair. I'm gonna use this dryer. Disclaimer, you don't gotta use a whole second dryer. Just put this attachment on the dryer that you already got. If you're a reasonable person and only have one. I'm not reasonable, I have like 6 dryers. Okay, so you're gonna take a section of hair and you're gonna pull it tight. Okay, I'm having trouble getting, okay. You're gonna pull it tight. You're gonna take your blow dryer, the trusty blow dryer, and then. That's that. Stretch. Moving on to the next section. Where's my pick? I found it. All right. Gonna lift my roots and then I'm gonna run out of here real fast. It's time for us to go. Whoops. So I just take my pick and lift the roots. Just give it a fuller look. So I've lifted my roots and that's that. Just give a 360 here. Final results, right? We like those. I don't know if this is the best representation of this gel today because I had to rush through a lot of stuff and whatever, but it's good enough. That's where we are. And my hair's not sticking up on top. I like that, but I'm still trying to find my way through this, so I don't know. We'll see. What do you think about today's lip gloss? It is just silver glitter. Silver glitter. I feel like it's kind of timeless. You can wear it by itself. You can put it on top of another color. You can do whatever you want. It's glittery. So, okay. On that note, everything I used is listed in the description below, including the lip gloss. Appreciate you hanging out with me through all my shenanigans. If you have any questions or what have you, feel free to put them in the comments. And I'll see you later.